Alrighty, so we're going to continue solving quadratic binomials 1b. If you read the notes from the last video, you know that everything we did on 1a was just to get ready for this page, which is really all that matters. We're going to take a quadratic binomial, we're going to factor it, then use the zero product property to solve it. Let's go ahead and just do problem number 1. So I'm going to start by making my factor trees as I've been doing. So I see, first I'm going to separate 25 from x squared, just good practice, and we know that 25 is 5 times 5, and since 5 is a prime number, those are done. Over here, x squared is just x times x. Now on the second term, we have negative 10x. We're going to first separate out the negative 1 from the 10x. Then negative 1 just stays there. 10x we separate into 10 times x, and then separate the numbers from our variable. And then 10, of course, is 2 times 5. So in terms of my greatest common factor, let's see, I got a 5 that matches. I made stuff over here this time, which has a 5 in it, and then they both have one x, so they'll have an x. The greatest common factor is 5x. Now I'm going to write 5x, open parenthesis, and now let's go ahead and just see what's left. Over here I have a 5 and an x left over, so I have 5x inside. Over here I have negative 1 and 2 left over, so that's minus 2. And we can always quickly just check in our brain, does that make sense? Remember, factoring is opposite distributive property, so if I were to distribute, would I get back where I started? Let's check. 5 times 5x is 25. X times x is x squared, so that works. 5 times negative 2 is negative 10, and there's one x, so that works as well. Now what's different here from the work we did 2 days ago is this binomial set equal to 0, so it's still equal to 0. And then if you did the work the last time from Friday, I believe it was, you know that since I have two things that multiply to get 0, either the first one, 5x, is equal to 0, or the second one, 5x minus 2, is equal to 0. And we'll need to solve both of these equations separately. So on the leftmost one, dividing by 5 is all I need to do. That gives me x equals 0, because 0 divided by anything is always 0, with the exception of dividing by 0 itself, which then gives you something undefined. Over here I need 2 steps. I do need to get rid of this 2, and I'm a little crowded, so I'm going to write a little smaller. So I need 5x equals positive 2. I'm going to divide by 5 here, and on this left side, 5's canceled to give me x equals 2 over 5. So I had 2 solutions for this problem. If I went a little fast, of course, you could just go back through this video again, but that's what we're doing here. Most problems will have 2 solutions. That is common for quadratic. Let's look at the whole thing. What do we actually do? So it wasn't too much. Factor tree, greatest common factor, rewrite in factored form, zero product property, solve for x. Alright, that's how you do solving quadratic equations 1b.